Australia has hung on to very traditional attitudes about what men and women do at work and at home. And in the workplace, I think what had happened was women had progressed in the workplace very little, but men hadn't been really engaged in that conversation. And then at home, nothing had changed. And so, uh, if you look at the current government and all the levers they're pulling, it might not make sense, but they're like, what is the childcare situation? What do we do on equal pay? What are the opportunities to get women in non traditional workplaces? What are we doing about respect at work that might improve the workplace for both women and men? So that is kind of what's been going on, and that's the change that we're seeing happening. I think men and my predecessor, Liz Broderick, as Sex Discrimination Commissioner, really leaned hard into this, and I understand why, in gathering what were originally called male champions of change. And her theory, which is really what you've reflected as well, is that if we want to see change in the workplace, we need the decision makers in the workplace to be engaged, and the decision makers at all the large, serious businesses at that stage were pretty much all men. Gail Kelly is probably the exception,
Yeah.
but from my memory, it was pretty much all men. And so engaging men in this is really important. So I listened to you going to that program, and I think about, I'm a speaker at a range of different events, and particularly around International Women's Day, or International Women's Month as it's now become. Um, it's just so disappointing how few men attend those things, because, and I am really clear that the people that I want to be talking to are the ones who aren't really familiar with this experience, who can learn in the way. Because I know I chaired one of the male champions groups in Victoria for a number of years. And what I loved about that, and what I think we need to do better, is to recognize that it's not the lived experience of men. And I absolutely, we shouldn't be canning this. We should be saying, we want to engage men. We want to not criticize them for not knowing what's going on. But I really, from a corporate leadership point of view, encourage men to be engaged. So